Hello, this is Vulturefire, and this is part 3 of 3. Probably. I may end up, in real life, breaking this into 2 parts, but I'm definitely going to release this as one video, if I have to staple it, the 2 parts together. So, while I was not recording, while I was doing other stuff, in the back of my mind, of course, I was kind of trying to think through what my plan was going to be for how I deal with Bay later. And I think the answer is Dead of Night. We have a 10% evade chance. If we can get any more evade chance, and we can get Dead of Night, we've seen that we can afford to stay hidden for long periods of time, which means that seems like a fairly reliable strategy. So the question then becomes, or we can also try to get Foggy Darkness. Those both work. So with that in mind, trying to find if there are any more. So there's the one bird fight here, because the big thing is we don't have any double bird fights. Because the thing is, we have reroll tokens, which will force roll a different card, which means that if you're in a double bird fight and you get the wrong card, you can just flip the bird, and that will give you guaranteed, using the reroll token, it'll guaranteed give you the card that you want. But that's not an option that is available to us. And we have a fairly low count of birds overall. So we've got a bird here. Is that going to be our only feasible bird? I think that may be our only feasible bird. Yeah. So that locks us into going through here. Because I do really think... Oh, we can't take this because it's a weather card. Of course, it's not a skill. So we just have to really hope that we can roll here. Our odds are okay. We do have 2 lucky charms. So there's a 25% chance initially, and then a 1 in 3 chance on each reroll, because the reroll can give any of the cards that aren't shown. Let me check real quick what our actual odds are going to end up being here. Looks like we have about a 67% chance of getting a Dead of Night. We don't need a Dead of Night necessarily, but it would make our day quite a bit better. So I think we're going to start here. I would normally love to take a Hunter's Focus, but we can't. I don't think we can justify Mind Tap either. Also, the other thing that I would love to be able to do is stack Fortress, but Endurance didn't actually... I don't remember if Endurance was in A1, but it definitely wasn't in A2, and it's not here, which denies us the ability to stack Fortress. Yeah, and there's only... It is wild to me that we rolled a map with only 2 birds on the entire map. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. So yeah, start here, go here, maybe go there. That's the plan. Enough talk, have at you. Okay. Weak. We do need this meditate out. That will also get us some more shields, so we aren't taking any damage here. Oof. That hurt. Okay, we can freeze out everything, which is what we are going to do. I would like to get some shield, but we are going to get some here from whatever. Also, I'm pretty glad that didn't just outright die, because then we would have taken some damage. All right, and we got some growth from whatever, which is pretty nice. All right, kind of messed that up. If we do this, it will guaranteed draw us into The Insidious Void Stones. The Insidious Power Stones. Which I think I want. Because then I can transform. Oh no, because it's not gonna... Right, because they don't die immediately. Duh. I think we get the Powerful. There's that. We can transform one, but we can transform it after we do whatever. I think we get Shock out. Nice. And we're actually going to leave the Shock there for now. It's a little unfortunate we drew this right away, but we're going to draw it back, I guess, regardless. Which I guess kind of makes it worse. Fortunately, we now only have one Insidious Stone to deal with. And we can reforge it. Took my brain way too long to process that that was a thing we could do. Ew. Yeah, we are probably going to do that. Pop you. Didn't quite get the freeze there, but that's okay. Go ahead and get Shocks on you. And Frenzy turn. And then... we're going to hit here, because then we get the bonus damage from hitting a frozen target. Pretty happy that we are starting this area with an easy fight, although I'm pretty sure I have now jinxed us and the next fight is going to be miserable. I could do that, but I don't really need to. I think we're actually going to do that, which is a little weird, but it makes sense to me. Just do that. Get energy, get a lot of shield. Alright, I still haven't upgraded the Reforge, which is still a consideration. How much plus shield gain do we have now? +4? It's not bad. Yep. Good time to cleanse. I guess we can go ahead and do that. Finally getting that shield out, I think. It's a little awkward. I would have liked to have sequenced this slightly differently, but whatever. We have the guild, it's just a matter of executing. And there we go. Okay, and then we just enter and we win. Hi. Now we're back to full health. Starting mana +2 is fine. Sharpened Senses seems good going into Bay later. Normally I don't know that I would take it, but we are going into Bay later. And starting mana +2, I don't think I actually noted as I took it, but that's actually pretty nice considering the nature of the deck that we're playing. Like, that basically just like lets us play that for free, for example. I think doing this and then taking an extra turn makes the most sense. Because taking extra turns usually makes sense. There's no way for us to actually hit 0. Actually, I'm curious. Can we hit 0 if we play fast enough? Yes. Okay, that's basically cheating, but I had to know. It was science, therefore it was justifiable. Okay. I think we want the powerful here. Go ahead and work on dunking on this door. And we may as well get some more temporary evasion. No point in wasting evasions. Okay. And so this is where, like, Cleanse 2 is not enough to fully deal with that Arcane Leak. Did their damage go up? Why would their damage have gone up? Maybe I'm crazy. I'll have to... 10 minutes 40. Have to watch that back and see what changed when I played. Because I didn't cleanse them. I did give them shield. But that shouldn't have affected anything. Well, anyway, yeah, I will have to check. Oh. We do absolutely want to make sure that you explode at least once, because that will do pretty good damage. Alright, and there are the runestones. We get to transform one at least. So, the really insidious thing about Insidious Power Stone that we're going to have to potentially deal with is that Insidious Power Stone can cause us to trip fatigue when we aren't expecting it, which is a real concern considering that we are fighting Baelator. So we really, really need to make those go away as fast. They're more important than the Sinister Stones, I think, in the Baelator fight. Because we really, really, really cannot afford to trip surprise fatigue. Alright, that's going to freeze them both out. Let's get shield, and then freeze it out. I guess I could have used Sharpened Senses there just to get, just to be able to draw into Pocket Shield. Alright. I think we're going to do this. We're going to pull you out of Hidden. We're going to do a bunch of damage. We are in the position of having way too much energy. Nice thing is, we will get to take an extra turn. Kill this. That'll do. That'll kill the back one. And that's lethal. Give me a second. Alright, anyway. Plus 3 more of that is very nice. That just makes it that much easier to manage Idol of Cruelty. Let's see what's here. That's basically useless. That's totally useless. That's very low value. Alright, we're going to reroll Dead of Night. Okay, cool. That's going to help a lot, I think. This fight should actually be okay practice. And it lets us take 2 events, and I don't super value either of these fights, especially since we can't take weather cards. Plus this is an elite, so we will get bonus value. Bonus shielding. And we can just guaranteed evade these. Okay. This will freeze. Which seems okay. Sure, Mighty Ad, we'll take it. That's great. That basically negates the entire enemy turn. There's not actually a idle stone for this fight. Because of how this particular idol works. There's no point in supercharging this turn, though. That's a little awkward time to draw that. Because we don't get that much value out of it. Because we're just not going to be able to play that much. Many cards. Alamau. There's no point in playing this right now. We're going to dunk on you. Take an extra turn. Okay. We'll play this last. Let's start by freezing out our problems. Then we will detonate you a couple times. I can't get to that, and there's no way for me to get up to that much mana. So I want to end with that. So I think we're just going to go donk, donk. Oh, I could actually just do it, I guess. And then end actually with that for value. So the flump flump on the heal is that Soothing Skies is healing us for 3 every time we draw a card, including the... So the Pocket Shields don't trip Fatigue, but they do count as drawing cards for the purposes of Soothing Skies or Overcharge, which is why it's tripping these guys repeatedly. You're at the point where maybe you can afford to get rid of Purify. Probably weak. Ooh, this is very good. Happy to see it. But anyways, yeah, we heal through. They heal 3 every time we draw a card, and then Hunger converts the Overheal into shields. May as well have plenty of extra shield here. Okay, yeah. That evasion is very nice. Alright, there is some powerful for us, which is nice, and some plated. Shock you again. I think we want more powerful. I don't know that we want to leave hidden. Yeah, we probably can. It's worth a pretty good amount of damage. Go ahead and get rid of the stuff. No, I meant to play the Frenzy. Oh, right, we already have a Frenzy from whatever. That makes that less of a concern. That seems pretty good. When you get frozen, we can curse you. We can get crazy amounts of shield there, which is a ton of extra status boost to everything else we do. And then normally I would want to leave multiple enemies alive, but in this particular case I think we're fine with the stuff that gets split being split across more enemies. Especially since they're not going to get whatever again. Okay, we can gain more powerful. There we go. Also because we can do that. And then this seems like a good time to do this. Which will do some damage. So I'm actually going to transform this. Because it does appreciable damage. I've been blorped. Okay. We do want to cleanse. We'll cleanse with that. Take an extra turn. I think we do want to upgrade the level take surge because it has seemed pretty useful for us so far. Get back into hidden. And we're bleeding, which seems like a good time to use Fiery Cleanse. And we can cauterize. Get shield, because we are going to supercharge, and then we just want max bonus on the stuff. Let's, I guess, do that. Bonk and bonk and bonk. We could actually play this if we wanted to, just to get a shock out, but I don't think it's worth spending all of our mana on that. Alright. More powerful for us. I mean, more of everything for us. Just powerful is the most relevant thing. Donk and donk and... Oh, no more donks. Donk and donk and donk and donk and kill. Just got to chain together the donks. Stats decrease every turn, +2. I think at that point, Purify could probably go. We don't really need the mental growth, but I think we take it. Well, no, that doesn't seem great. Take the mental growth. Although, I think I'm willing to cut Moonlit Reverie. Upgrading this is still pretty good. That gives us a higher base to scale off of, but I think we'll take Surge Plus the upgrade here. Very glad to get that. Absolutely, we will spend on another upgrade. How many rest supplies do we have? 5? Yeah, we can absolutely spend on. Are we in a position to fight CPU? Maybe. I do like Reforge Plus. We potentially end up with a lot of crude platings in our deck. It's also okay. This is extra curse, though. I think we upgrade Frozen Rift. I think those are just... Getting those consistent freezes out is nice. I know we do have +6 status applied, but that's just raw status. And the percentage boost is nice. Alright, so yeah, this fight, I believe in us. After this fight, we could go left or right. I probably will just try and take the event. Let's just do one fewer fight, which seems nice. I could go through this fight for the Morbid End. That may be worth it. I'm just not sure we can get through. We may also, though, just want to try and get a Persecute. From here, I do like Horrifying Mutation, I think. And I don't hate Commune with Shadows. Although it'll be pretty hard to keep the Shadow Burst alive. Okay. We can get into Hidden, but I think we'd rather just freeze and take an extra turn. And then whoop. And then playing these actually gets us to 18 growth. Total of 19 growth, which means that even if we get Arcane detonated, we get to keep. Alright, we didn't. Although we are dealing with... Oh, but we can evade that incoming Arcane, so it's fine. No way to transform this right now, but I think we actually can save that, especially when we're holding this. Yeah, we just evade that. You're now very cursed. You're all jerks. You still have Opportunist. We aren't hidden. This is going to cause a detonation, which will deal a little bit of damage to us. I think that's probably going to end up being worth it. Okay, that doesn't shock us. It does get us powerful. Oh no, because it'll draw us up Void Stone, which will trip Opportunist, which I don't want, especially when I don't have way to transform. We don't have a great way to get out of hidden here. Or out of supercharged here. I think we do this, because I think it is worth getting rid of that much curse. And we're just going to end turn. Okay. But yeah, obviously, being able to transform... Did I do a dumb and I already used up? Whatever. No, okay, I just hadn't drawn it. So we have to do this because we really want to do that. So this will draw some of the Insidious Stones, which will trip Opportunist, but it was just this having Opportunist, which is way more manageable. And we can get rid of one of these stones, which is very important. We are going to take some damage here, though. Don't think there's anything we can do about it. Kind of a combination of bad things going on there. Cat, I need you to kind of go. Shield Lot actually doing work. Okay. If we could find Purify, that would do good work. Opportunist is not up right now, but we're bleeding. Of course, I am awake. Like my shield gain. That'll do. Okay. We can get hidden set up. I think getting powerful is worth it. But I don't actually want to kill things. So I don't want to get whatever. No, I was really hoping to evade that. Because that's unfortunate. Pretty rough set of turns. I can't quite kill you. Does that kill you? That definitely will. And I really want that to die so that I can guaranteed transform this. Yeah, I think we actually do have to just kind of play this. Yeah, with this much incoming damage, like, ugh. Yeah. Love to find some cleanse. Not my preferred cleanse, but it'll work. We are going to get extra turns here. Mostly just a question of whether I think. If we do... Okay, yeah, that was worth it. So I really wanted to be able to shield block that. That's good to see. This isn't going to do that much for us. We can save that for the moment. Get too closer to death, because that is actually kind of a threat with all the death spores that are coming out. Don't have transform for that, unfortunately. Sequencing is hard. Don't need to do that at this point. And we do get to take place powerful. Okay, so I believe we're past the part where this fight is brutal. We have, because we've gotten rid of all of the insidious stones. We've gotten rid of we've gotten rid of both power stones. I think we've got, yeah, one sinister stone left. We've gotten rid of the thing summoned by that jerk. So now it's just a matter of okay, so the next time we draw whatever, we will be in good shape. Right, happy to see that. Absolutely, we're just gonna supercharge here. Pop. Alright, that's actually what I was hoping to see, weirdly enough, because now it's gone. You can never hurt us again. So we are now, that's all the stones handled. And honestly, if we're going to take a bunch of damage from the mid-boss fight, that's fine. This is the mid-boss fight. We don't have any more triple idol fights in the run, aside from if we decide to take CPU. And after seeing this, I don't think we can do CPU. I think that we just do not have what we need in order to manage the summons. That's all very rude, but and then unfortunately I can't play that without exploding, so I'm just going to intern. It's fine. This is not the fight where Hidden really matters a ton, especially now that the Void Stalker is dead. Turn. The other nice thing here is the crystallize it from whatever's actually getting the stack, which also is a help. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, we need to evade that. Yeah, 60% is one of those odds that's like high enough to be useful, but not high enough to be necessarily reliable. I could probably convert the sharpened senses. I don't think I'm going to need it, but I don't think I want to get whatever this room. Let's do this, do that, freeze them, pop off Hidden, super shock you, powerful, hashtag powerful. This can go. Absolutely fine with this one staying alive because it is very dead. Honestly, Curse Bolt might be the next upgrade. We get so much out of the curse, ultimately, I think. Donk, donk, donk. Okay. We have evasion, courtesy of whatever, which means that we just do not have to worry about this. Nope. are no longer ambushed. That must have been Mystical Bloom. I should have done this first. Okay. Rip. There we go. And we do that just for funsies. And turn. Okay. Oh, right. I hate it when that happens. So anticlimactic. Congratulations. You lived. Okay. Getting a bunch of health back. I don't know that I want another Frenzied Rage. I really think that that extra whatever could come in handy. This is not super valuable to us at all. I think this is better than... Shieldbot did solid work there, but I'm not totally sold. We have 4 rests left and 3. Yeah, we can... we can get rid of that. That is so much curse, is the thing. And then I think Purify we can cut now that we're at 5 status loss per turn. And I'm going to pause this momentarily. Like I said, this is going to be all one part, which you'll know because you can see there's still time left on the video, but I'm going to split this recording into 2. So for you guys, it will be about a moment, but for me, it will be probably a couple hours, but I will see you then. All right. Progress is being made. So the question, of course, is what do I do with my last couple of fights? Do I go here? Because I've got a couple options. One way or another, we're dealing with snails. Here we have to deal with prowlers, which is annoying. I think this fight is probably the easier between these two. But then it's really more about the other things here. This fight, I think, could do damage to us. We could pick up a Dread Blast. But it's a relatively low chance. Here we could get... Revenant's not that great, but we have an okay chance of getting Morbid End. Here we could force through a Dig Through Muck, but I don't know that we... I don't know that we can afford a Dig Through Muck in terms of like how... Because that's a very mana-intensive card. I think... I don't really want to test my luck against 2 snail fights. Like, snail fights can do just so much damage. This fight in particular, like, this combo of enemies can do a lot of damage. So I think I'd rather avoid that. So I think we're just going to go through here. Baylor could be a problem. Baylor Hexen could be a problem, but again, we are going to Big Bay later. And just the event, I think skipping a fight makes sense. It's been a long run. Just kind of want to bring it home. All right. I think I actually want to do that. Okay. Trying to think through how I want to do this, because I do obviously want to get that out. Ideally, I want to touch 0. I think the best way to do that is that we're going to upgrade, I think, the Mystical Bloom. I don't think we're going to need that later, and this way we get the extra bonus value from this. We can play this just for the extra stack of growth. Doesn't do a ton for us, but it's fine. Oh, whoops. Hey, it actually let us get that. Alright. Sure, we will take extra frenzy. Although this ends up being a little bit awkward as far as the pocket shields go. But this fight, obviously, the fact that this is one of the fights that doesn't have whatever. Makes this a lot easier. Doesn't have idols. There goes the evasion. Alright. Pretty good spot to leave this turn in, to start this turn in. Get curse on you, I think. Honestly, I kind of want to just convert this. I don't think we're going to be... I don't want to bother trying to draw it on exactly the right turn. Let's go ahead and do this. Ooh. I almost forgot that was in the deck. That is a lot of damage. May as well do that. This fight is going disgustingly smoothly. If I do this, you won't just die, and I want you to just die. So next turn is the big turn, but we are guaranteed to have evasion, and now we have even more evasion. So this poor Rube is just going to have a bad day. Should have gotten Adept up first. I'm not very clever sometimes. A lot of the time. We could cleanse, but we don't really need to. Alright. I think we want the extra shield first. Absolutely, we want to just freeze out. I don't hate just getting a lot of shock out here. And then do that. Which is not quite going to hatch this turn, which is good, because we don't really want to... we ideally want to hatch on a turn where we're going to be able to follow that up. Yeah, this would be a good turn to hatch. So, plan is, we pull out a hidden, we pop, and then we're just going to freeze so that you're not going to get a turn. Get more growth and mana boost. And then the turn. So there is this. Okay. I should have done this to get the shock out first. Alright, that has to happen because we need to get mana up. And then this will be lethal. So that fight went very well. We could take Pilfering Shell, but I don't think we want it. Yeah, I don't think that's... The combination of several reasons I don't like that. Arcane Bolt, though, at this point is actually a very reasonable card. We can cut Moonlit Reverie, because we have the Mental Growth. And the other stuff. Do I want to rest before going into this fight? I think so. I think it's a safety measure. We should probably keep trying to cut cards that are not amazing. Do I need the Invigorate? Do I need the Arcane Bolt? I think the Arcane Bolt is very... Like, it's fine, but it's not necessarily... So it's far from mandatory. So you have the opportunities to worry about, which is always annoying, but... I want to do this in case I can get out... Oh, well, now I feel silly. Because I would have liked to copy some stuff that is not in my hand anymore. I think it makes sense to copy Frenzied Rage. And yeah, we'll just do that twice. And we do have 7 mana going into the first of our extra turns, which goes a long way towards compensating for whatever. I think we do want to play that. So just in terms of we want to draw Pocket Shield this turn. That seems okay. We have 1 guaranteed evasion. Or we have 2 guaranteed evasion here, so we're just not getting hit. And then... yeah. Eventually Void Stalker comes out. But we are going to be hidden, which is going to be very good this turn. So we really... oh, well. Well, we can cheat. We could afford to drop hidden here, but I don't think we want to. We definitely want to do both of these. I'm just deciding if we want to supercharge or not. I think we don't. We are going to take a little bit of damage here from... actually, no, we're not. We're going to hit 0 mana, which is going to get us our Pocket Shield back. What am I saying? I'm saying lies. Yeah, that gets us... you're getting a lot of curse damage out from whatever it's called, Horrifying Mutation. In this awkward position, we want to play both of these. This is worth so much extra shield, though. Do we supercharge here? I don't think so. Because it would mostly, because we don't want to drop hidden, so it would just be trying to get out the top. Okay. Our evasion ended up working out for us there. We get to transform one of these at least. Hey, we get to transform both of them. That's actually perfect. We can't actually play the Deceiving Blast. But that's fine. You're powerful because you have an obnoxious multi-attack. And then we can just ice out for a turn. I think we're saving that for the bleed turn. Yep, this will do. Yeah, I think this is a good time to supercharge. We are going to... let's get a whole bunch of shock. Okay. So we've negated the Opportunist. We can pull you out of it. Could do this just to apply a bunch more shock. I'm going to do this. So I guess we just keep the shield. Okay. So we do indeed get to just evade things. And we get even more growth. And that seems okay. I am still saving this just like in case we happen to need it, even though so far it looks like we aren't going to. Okay. And we get to get back into hidden. I think it mostly just comes down to whether or not I want to supercharge this turn. Can't do that now, unfortunately. good curse damage. Of course, some of it is like, this is obviously applying a lot of curse to itself, but... Alright, this will freeze the back one at least, which is not nothing. Oh, and it freezes the summon. We just get mana. This will actually freeze the middle thing. The Paladin has them. And then we can try and... That's not as much as I would like. Just maybe get out a little bit more growth. And then... Bonk. Well. Less than I would like, but we are now very close to this kill. And we are hidden, which is always nice. Donk. Let's do something to you. Sure, I will take a freeze. I'll leave hidden, get that kill. $96 damage per turn from curse. Even more curse. And sure, we'll throw a bunch of shock at you because we can. Yep. Still just trying to get whatever value out. Hey, you're dead. We just have to get this one dead, and it's not summoning again this turn, so you don't even have to worry about that aspect of things. It's actually perfect because it will kill this, I think. Yeah, and then freeze that. Completely safe turn. Did not need to worry. Did not need to rest, but we'll take it. Extra 30 mana is still pretty good. Second calculated deception isn't terrible. I'm considering taking it. Okay, I'm glad I rerolled then. Morbid End is so expensive, but justified. Trust me. Man, this is also very good, but the ability to evade Arcane I think is very important, potentially. Well, it only affects one specific thing, but it's also 5% evade chance just base, which is good against Belayer. This is obviously bad. I think Shield Gain is way more valuable than, well, this 3-hole status applied. That's actually not that much at this point. Like, we already have 6 extra status applied. I think the 2 shield gain is more valuable. Yeah, the damage could add up. We do apply status a bunch of times. I don't want to do that upgrade because, like, I can't guarantee we're actually going to ever play that. Upgrading Arcane Silence makes a decent amount of sense into Cruelty. Upgrading Calculated Deception would basically be a bit of a long shot, but it allows us the possibility of hitting both. I think we want to do that. I think that ups our ability to potentially hit both whatchamacallits at once. Both Idle Stones, 2 plus Idle Stones at once, especially because like, we have the 4 most annoying Idle Stones. Is it worth supercharging here? I think I want to try and get powerful out. I don't think it's worth playing the card Electrocute here. Well, now it is, I think. And I don't think playing that does anything for me. I am willing to just do that. I have shield. I have evasion. What am I doing? Being dumb. Justified for keeping the bracers. We would not have lost too much of value, but it's the principle of the thing. This actually seems like an okay supercharge turn. Alright. I think we're going to do this, partially just for the growth out of that, but mostly because we are hunting for the other Power Stone if we can find it. Looks like no luck. That is a little bit awkward because now I can't really play out this to transform just that, because I don't want to transform the other stuff. That's okay. There is still another Idle Stone in the deck that we can transform whenever we draw it. Ideally, we would transform a Charge Up as our other thing, but it happened to not work out that way. I guess it's actually harder than I was thinking to get this plus a whatever in the hand at the same time. I guess the question becomes, can I afford to not play? I think that needs to come out, and then I think that kind of locks me out of doing this. Does it? Can I afford to do with these two? Transform those two? I think we're... I think that we are fine with just transforming the Sinister Runestones if we get them. Alright, I was really hoping to see the Sinister Runestones this turn. Can't play that right now. Also would like to draw two of those together. I think we can play one. Naturally, we draw another one. Which is not really what we were hoping to see. Oh, I think we're going to get freeze out of that. Well, that's awkward. Because you're still attacking now. Oh, yeah, we were taking damage that we didn't have to take. I have just completely mishandled this fight. I just have to handle the next fight, but I handled this one. Although we are basically guaranteed to get to transform both runestones, which is something. And we get to get evasion on both of these, which is nice. That is... Oh, I'm very dumb. I was thinking I was going to be able to play that. Yeah, I'm just going to... Well, better to punt this fight than to punt the Baylor fight, because I think we have way more breathing room in this fight. Really want that Sanctuary. Okay. That has to happen. I think that has to happen. And honestly, I think that has to happen. And that's all we can do. We don't take any... We don't want to get Arcane detonated here. The trick here is going to be managing this dork, because we do not want this powerful to come out at the wrong time. We don't want this to flip at the wrong time. Oh, but we're guaranteed not to because of Berserk. That actually works out in our favor. Now we take a bunch of damage. Yeah, this is just not our day, as far as these things go. Okay. So you're at least not doing anything this turn. Alright, we did evade that. Drew both of those. We're hidden, so... And this showed up right on time to get rid of those. Although we can't play these because we really would like to stay hidden. I think I have to save that for the next time whatever comes up. And we are basically just banking on hopefully evading this, but we don't die if we don't. Okay, we did. It's like it was a better than 50-50 chance. It's not like we were super winging it. Okay. Oh, but the other note here is that, of course, when it flips, it loses all its powerful. I forgot that there are multiple reasons we actually really like doing this. There's not even any other buffs to be worth doing this on. So we're just going to get that healing. Oh, I guess this is a pretty bad time to have this extra turn because we can't do anything with it. But you get that out. And we get hit again. Well, I guess that shock didn't do anything for us because you're about to die. Kind of annoying that it got powerful again immediately, but... I think the freeze means that we can afford to do this. We can afford to leave hidden. Actually, just gonna do that. Oh, no! Missed out on enough bleed damage there. Like I said, just punting this. It's okay. I'll just play Baelator perfectly. And we can pretend this fight never happened. Sound good? Sounds great. Could double cleanse here. And get tough. This will get me a charge up, which will let me do more damage with the bleed. I think we're largely, I guess, just trying to get the bleed kill here, which is why I really shouldn't have bothered with whatever. The funny thing is we haven't actually gotten any arcane detonations in any of these turns, which is a little surprising, but there we go. There we go. That's lethal. Even more status applied. Blur speed, absolutely we will take that going into Baelator. Okay, so we get to rest back to full health. Do we have the metal rune? We do not. We'd really like starting tough. None of that's super great. Okay, we are going to go into this with one rest left in case we have to reroll. Because this is absolutely a fight where, like, bad draws or bad sequencing from whatever can just abruptly ruin our day. Especially because, like, we can't afford to draw a bunch of extra cards, but at the same time, we really need to find that one thing really quick. We really need to find the ability to get into hidden relatively soon. And if we don't, we're in bad shape. The good news is we still have 3 non-temporary evasion left. And it seems like an okay supercharge turn. Right, I have to be careful about that. About not. So I can't afford to play that because I might accidentally trip. I should have considered doing that for value. I can't afford to trip to accidentally draw into the thing that would trip the Opportunist. The other Power Stone. Alright. There's a few Rune Stones. Yeah, I can't get rid of that right now. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get rid of either Rune Stone. here. I would like to find calculated deception here. No luck. That'll do for now. There was no point in playing that last shrivel because the shrivel is the thing I want to. I guess I need to remember that I can do this to get something else to calculate deception. All right. I don't want to burn a freeze on that, but this isn't going to freeze that. This is like our only heal is the problem. I don't really want to burn it on... Well, I guess we will get more heal eventually from... because we'll get lifesteal from Idle Hunger. Okay. So I've been holding now. I want to be able to get powerful out. This is a little awkward. If I could get you dead, I'd be able to force this, but I can't. So we'll probably have this as another heal. Okay, there's... So that will draw us this, which means that now both of those are gone. This is a good turn to freeze. We now have 38 curse, which is a pretty good amount. And maybe just get that out. 76 damage. Not bad. Alright, and Hunger's outright heals us. That drops us out of hidden, which is not great. But we can pop off the Mighty, which helps. Oh, and we can just do that. I'm bad at sequencing as usual. And yeah, so we're looking at taking a manageable amount of damage, by which I mean we don't drop recoverable. Naturally, this is like a useless turn for the evasion this turn to come out. Yeah, I don't think it's worth doing that. Yeah, no point in. Oof. Doesn't think about that. Yeah, I don't love that. This is just nothing but Shrivel's turn. Because there's not really a way for us to avoid. We can do this. Okay, that's actually great. That's amazing. That's the best we could hope for. And yeah, we lose some recoverable, but that's way better than I was worried. So much opportunity coming out. The nice thing, though, is that because Opportunist decays by half, and as far as we're concerned, like the only thing, it's a pretty binary, either it has Opportunist or it doesn't, for our purposes. We would much rather it get a bunch of Opportunists stacked at once so that it will decay faster. Because if it spreads it out, you know, so 7 is going to last, 7 is going to go to 3, is going to go to 1, is going to go to 0, so that's like 3 turns. But like, that's the amount of turns that we get from 5. Okay, now even if we explode, we're fine. We didn't. I guess we weren't going to explode. We can get rid of the last runestone. It's not worth paying. Yeah, it is. Worth paying that much life to get that out. You're taking damage here. That was more than I was kind of expecting, but... too bad. You are now in danger zone. This suddenly... This went very bad very fast. We just have to hope that we evade at least one, otherwise we have to restart. Yeah, restart. Okay. Yeah. It basically all came down to we lost hidden, and then we couldn't get back to our hidden card. I think we will go ahead and rest again. That is great. That's going to be probably way more valuable than that. Because that will let us... Basically, we pop glass in case of death. In case of imminent death. Okay, yeah, like, this is a lot better start because we just immediately get, we immediately get to get into hidden. Although we then we completely failed to evade all of those hits because we were guaranteed to evade 2 of them, and then we just ate the other 2 hits straight to the dome. Thanks. To get out of this. Okay. We want to cleanse ourselves. Nice. That also means that we can afford to take an extra turn here. I think we have to do that. As much as I would like to get this out. Once again, we get this evasion. That actually does make me inclined, though, to try and pop this, whatever this turn. That actually will heal us for the full amount, because the Frail goes first. Although... No, because it pulls us out of hidden, which I don't want to do. Drawing those cards. I think... I'm debating between cleansing self here and just getting Morbid End out. I think getting rid of the vulnerable is worth it, especially because then we get 2 arcane detonations, which we get to do that. Okay. Opportunist is no longer up, which matters. Really? Swear to God. I swear to freaking God. Well, we got rid of them. And now we just hope that we don't take too much damage here. I don't think it's worth freezing here. Yeah. Oof. Okay, we did evade that, which is nice, because that means that we don't drop hidden. Oh, man, that was perfect, though. Very happy with that outcome. And we even have the ability to get back into hidden. Trying to think how we sequence this. We want to do that. We're going to do this and then that. Which will get us a little bit of shield, which we kind of really want. And look at that evasion. Because we are looking at taking damage here otherwise. Okay, and we got lucky. We didn't even have to spend it. Oh, come on. Used up all, which wasted all of that beautiful evasion. Nothing. Alright, start by cleansing. Okay, that makes this better. Although I probably should have, well, I know it's arguable which I should have done there. Okay, the odds are okay that we dodge all these hits. Alright, we did not. Slightly unlucky. Not extremely unlucky, but slightly unlucky. We are now at the point where, like, if we get unlucky enough, we can just die. That's not enough to freeze right now. Trying to think through my best ways of doing things. Trying to think if I can afford to get out Morbid End, because I would like to. We do have another turn after this one. So this is actually enough to detonate. If we do this, it will Arcane Detonate you. It won't freeze you, but it'll prime you to get frozen. I think that's worth it. Especially because that gets us fat in that. And then we have this extra turn. We do have a decent amount of shield, which is good. It's good. Kind of awkward because we aren't going to play out that. So we want to stay hidden. But we get powerful this way. Really? Screw you. I made the poor decision of banking on evading at least one attack there out of 3. Alright. Start. Oh, but that one actually get us shield. Because we are in whatever. But I think we still have to start with that. Because we can get back into hidden is the thing. Perfect. We don't actually have any damaging debuffs on us, so starting this extra turn doesn't cost us. Alright. I am dumb. I was thinking we'd be able to get shield out there, but we absolutely can't. Let's do that. And then let's just get damage in on you. So you're dead. I'm very happy with that healing. We guaranteed. That's the reason I played the Sharpened Senses, was to evade the threat of whatever coming out. Honestly, I think get rid of that. Let's get in the unenviable position of kind of hoping that we evade. Okay, this time we didn't just get smacked by all of them. Alright, now we see Arcane Leak again. And I am going to do this because it will detonate this jerk. And we're gonna intern. Okay. This is another dangerous turn. I think this turn is actually where I'm going to use this, because I think this was there was too high a risk of this turn going badly. Knowing that's all coming up, I think I am actually going to do this to get more powerful. Okay. Happy to see that. Does it make me do this? Sure. And we get back to it. Honestly, I think at this point we reinforce calculated deception. And that'll freeze, which will buy us that breathing room if we need it. Just doing that so that we get the extra whatever value. Middle growth value. Okay. We can keep these hits without caring. I think now we're safe. I think that's a dangerous thing to say. That, I guess, could be a way that we could die still. This guy does still hit very hard. But I think the window is very much closing on the chance of Paladin actually ending our day. Yeah, because like, oh no, that's very bad. Said the window was closing, the window has opened again. Okay, we draw a sharpened senses, we're very happy. That also still makes us happy because we at least stop the crits, which on its own is a huge advantage. Okay, so we now have lethal. So it's just a matter of the whatever turn. Don't. Okay, so you're gonna die to whatever. You still get one more chance to try and kill us. But yeah. And we get to get back into hidden. And may as well. Alright. So we restarted once against Paladin, twice against mid-boss in A2. I think that was all of our restarts. But we got there. And it only took us like nearly 5 hours. Maybe over 5 hours actually when you put it all together. So yeah. That was a run. If you leave a comment, if you watched this entire massive just brick of a run. Speaking of paying the bills, though, look at all this money. We don't need the money, but we get the money. Because, yeah, you just get lots of extra loot. Not that much ether because I had an ether flux converter, so this was all just from the last fight. But if I wasn't already level 10, oh, baby, I'd be so much higher than level 10. Anyway, I will see you next time. Toodles.